And Nadia and I have always seen each other at gigs, and we just like vibing and all of that. She's a baddie, I'm a baddie. You know, we always just understood each other's energy, but we never ever thought about doing anything musically. So this one year, she does a gig for me. It was my birthday. I'd do a gig for her on her birthday. And then on one of those gigs, we're like, dude, we should do a song together. VUKA, it's an awakening. It's an awakening of self. It's an awakening of I'm awakening other people, but mostly self, to say, Sissy, you're in the right place. Wow. My child's name is gonna be Moya.
Oh! What a life. What a life.
That's the intro.
That's the intro, yo. You know what it is. We got Maglera Bay in the place to be. Thanks for joining us in What a Life, you know. It is actually very, very, like, aligned with the name of our show.
Yeah.
Because you're about to give a life.
I
know, dad jokes.
Dad rapper jokes.
Dad rapper jokes, you know. He'd be like, Kuninain's my dad jokes. So, yeah, I look at him and be like suspicious. No, guys, no, I'm not. What happened? And how you doing?
I like your swag. Really dope.
You like my swag?
People
I love
can't
the
see your
girls.
shoes. This is
I love the girls.
Yeah.
Thank
From
you.
head to toe. Do people still say swag? It's drip. Yo,
drip,
guys.
yeah, I drip check.
See, being 37 will count against you at times.
Look, I mean, I'm just like almost like totally impressed, you know, by you, you know, and everything that you do. You do everything to perfection, you know. The first time I heard you was on the rapping, that is, was on Nadia Nakai's
Thick Slim.
Oh, Thick Slim?
Thick Slim?
Ooh, that's the first time I heard you. Now, I don't know. Yeah, and I don't even think I was in the country, right? So,
You missed Ingwe.
A whole
Ingwe,
English, yeah. Thick Slim was 2022, right?
Yes.
Guys, it happens. You find an artist when you find it.
Okay.
It really happens.
That's true. But I'm shocked you missed that one.
I heard you there for the first time, and, you know, I was like, wait a minute, you know. So, firstly, because I'm going, okay, who's this person I don't know Nadia's featured? And just perfect. Your drip, perfect. You know, your content, perfect. I firstly want to find out, where does everything come from? Where is it sourced from?
You mean everything? Like, where's the music source from? Where's the drip source from? Where's
the combo.
The whole combo sauce.
Like the two chicken wings with the chips and the juice, you know, and also the mint just for fresh breath. Where does it all come from?
Yeah, I can, you know, there's so many references of where it comes from. I can easily say it comes from the fact that, you know, ngazalwa ngembethe ngazalwa nje ngiyinjena nje hayi wonke umuntu uzalwa ephethe indwaga hayi wonke umuntu uzalwe yabona sifana nje khona abantu abazalwa vele nje kunjalo. I just think I was born with it, honestly, just the entertainment flair, if I had to be quite honest. It's only now that I'm older that I'm kind of like understanding also my second name, which is Nozibo. Which means she who has many gifts. So for me, it's such everything that's been happening in my life, it just feels like I was just born to be in the spaces that I'm in and being the person that I'm in who has many talents. When I was 6 years old, I remember begging my mom to take me to a ballet school because I saw my friends going. I was like, I just want to go to ballet. I didn't understand what it was.
You were itching to go to ballet.
I was itching. I'm loving these.
I'm on cue. Come on.
Yeah, I was itching to go to ballet, and I think that's where I got my first performance experience and my first artistic experience. So I did ballet from 6 until 16. a good 10 years. But during school, I did every single thing that you can imagine. I did, we didn't have access to like drama and what. It's in Newcastle, it's a small town. But see, there was sports, there was choir. My dad was hectic about music. He made us listen to his vinyls. He had vinyls.
Yeah.
So we used to be his choir. That's when we alto, when we soprano, when we bass. Ozani, he used
That
to be
house
that guy.
sounds so...
You know,
Yeah.
he used to be very like artistic himself.
Was he a musician or just artistic?
So he was a teacher. He was a principal. My mom was also a teacher, but he was in a choir, and he used to also conduct.
Yeah.
So he was very musical. So I think it's that, and then the drip flavor just comes from just always trying to ensure that ngiyakwazi ukuzimela mina ngedwa, because I was the last born, three older sisters. Hand-me-downs were just me. They were my life. Like,
Yeah, they were addressed to you.
they were
Final
addressed to me.
destination.
Yes, the
Yeah.
final destination is me. So I had to figure out how to make them cool and not make them what my sisters wore. So I always used to like just pimp out the style, cut here, do this, do that. And that's how my style came together. Like,
Wow.
yeah, and I created my own type of vibe.
But getting into the industry, it was through TV, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But you're still rapping. Like, when did the rapping begin?
So no, I got into the industry. I went to school at Boston Media House, 2013.
What did you study?
Media studies, but then I graduated in marketing
Okay.
in Boston Media House. And my career started when I was already in there, and I was an extras doing extra work, which I hated. My second extras job, I was like, I'm never doing this again.
Extra on a TV show.
On a TV show,
Where?
What TV show?
Muvango
Okay.
and Generations. And
So
it was
the
horrible.
people in the restaurant just like...
Yes, I was that person.
So
I
it's
was
funny
that
to me.
person.
I'm like,
Yes.
we can tell that is not a real conversation.
No, but for real, exactly. No, but
almost-
you have to be a good actor to be an extra.
Yeah.
I know, that's also...
Yeah.
Some
Give
people
us
really
extra tips. Abanye bethu, other people who are only going to be extras in their lives.
I wouldn't mind being an extra. I
You
can't
know,
act for
you
shit.
would mind being an extra. Because when you're an extra, you get... The actors eat first, and then you guys get the leftovers.
No,
Oh,
you get
no.
what's extra.
No.
Exactly. You get what's extra.
That's rude,
And
man.
then you get there at 6 a.m. in the morning, and you leave. It's like, and then you leave at like 5 p.m. Whenever they rap, and it's when they use you. So you have to chill there the whole day until they decide which we're gonna use you. Luckily, in a pretty privilege, so babeng sebenzisa yabo. Even though ngangizobhatala like everybody else, but I was just happy that everybody was gonna see me back home.
Yeah.
That I'm
Yeah.
on TV. Like
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
really care. It was like a step for me.
Have you always loved that though, being in the spotlights and being like in the forefront?
I have, hey. If I had to be quite honest with you, I have. I've always just been that girl. I've always been outstanding.
Where do you get
Giving
that
the punch.
confidence, ne?
Ngiyithola phi vele?
You either have it or you don't. Man.
It's like ikhona nje.
Yeah.
Ikhona nje.
So how
That's
do you...
dope.
Sorry to cut you, Adli.
No, continue.
I'm just interested, who spots you and breaks you from extra to extraordinary, okay? What is the...
How we need to count.
This nigga.
This is like the fourth one. we have to count. This is crazy.
Come on,
Okay,
guys.
so I
You
go
know?
from being an extra while I'm still in varsity, and then I start going to I leave my agent because I was like, I can't do that. And I found out...
Your agent, yeah, I'm
Agent,
I'm an extra.
Yes, I didn't know until I was told, the inking ayakile agency. Yeah.
It's a gap.
Yeah, you need to get a better one. So then I was like, I bet. I got a better one. They made me audition in front of them because I said I want to be a presenter. Then they made me audition. And then they were like, yeah, we think you have what it takes. And I was like, okay, shut up. And then they took me in, and then I did smaller roles. So I actually started acting, not presenting.
Okay.
I did smaller roles. There was this, I forgot the name. There's a show on Mzansi that was about, what was it about? But I had literally 4 lines. That was my first time I spoke on camera.
Did you rehearse the lines?
Yes, of course. What?
Did you look
I
at
was
yourself
like,
in the mirror and you go, 1, 2, 3, 4 lines?
Yes, like I was determined to, even these 4 lines, I'm going to deliver them. They're going to be my best work. Everything I do, willing in Zaganjar.
Please, I'd love to hear these lines.
I forgot them. I even forgot the show that it was. That it was. Okay, Sharps. Then I did that while I was in varsity also, because it's a media school. I was presenting for the guys who were in 3rd year. That's the first thing I did when I arrived at Boston. I told the guys I want to be a presenter, so put me on. And then the 3rd year guys were like, cool, we're going to put you on. So when they had projects, I was the girl, you know, and don't ask them for those tapes because it was horrible. I used to look at the director, like, when they were like, okay, then you're going to pass it over to and then I used to, like, look at the director. It was so bad. But that's where I got my training, I guess. And then 2017, I graduated. Man graduator. I started working for my sister as a PA because I needed some form of work. And she
Sister's a CEO or something?
My sister has her own company. She has a catering company. So I was her PA, left-hand man. I used to do everything for her. And she used to allow me to go to auditions with her car as like a form of repayment.
Yeah.
So I used to go to those auditions, and then I landed my first gig in 2017 on the river. Acting gig, huge. Support lead.
That's Faith.
Huge. That's
Yeah.
Faith, yes. And Faith, the character, not my Faith that got me there. But
Sounds like something he would
It is
say.
a cipher. You guys are the journalists. Yeah. Any proceed.
that was the character Faith, and then I auditioned as well for MTV-based VJ Search. Didn't make it. Made it to the top 10. Nationwide, didn't make it though after the top 10. But at the same time, while I was auditioning for the role on the river, I was also auditioning for Massive Music. And it was tight. They kept calling me back and back and back. But the first time I went to Massive Music, by the way, Cypher, I was auditioning, and then when I was done, Cypher came out to me and he's like, so have you ever presented before? And I was like, nah, I've never presented. Like, this would be my first show if I were to do it. And he's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm sure. And he's like, oh, okay. That's crazy. And then I didn't get the job on Massive Music. Lala actually got the job. But then Sipo called me and he was like...
Long time, Lala.
Yeah, but then Sipo called me and he was like, Ish, I don't want you to not go. I don't want you to not get something. So I want you to actually come in every Fridays. If Lala's not available, you're going to stick up for her. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do that.
Need extra food.
Give extra food.
Upgraded extra.
But I've never been... So presenting was what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like acting just was like to fill up
Bulali's card.
Bulali's cards for me. I didn't even... It was just like, as long as I can get something that can get me, you know, inside. I just need my foot in the door. You know what I mean? And when he said that, I said, cool. I came in every single Fridays, whether I had work or not at the river. I told them that I have to go. Fridays, I'm not available from this time until this time. Every single Friday, before Lala came in, I used to go in, read the teleprompter before she does, train myself to kind of be at that level that when she's not around. She was around every single day. I was like, Marula lakasakuli. Kangani? Mara kasakhwedleli ngani? And 6 months later, 6 months down the line, she had another gig. And that was my opportunity to go on. And then from there, they saw me. Everybody was watching. The numbers were so great on that.
So you were the main host now?
I was the main host on that day. And I told everyone. I blew it up on social media. I was like, I'm going to be on the show. Da, 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 da. And then the numbers did really great. And they saw that I can really actually hold it down for a whole show. And then when they renewed the contracts, I was now the second presenter. And we would swap every week with Lala. And I was still doing the river. So they both came at the same time after I feel like such a long time of me hustling. From 2013, I've been trying to get into the industry, and 2017 was when it felt like everything was coming together.
So all that, you're writing raps at home?
No.
That's crazy. This is a ballet rapper. That's some crazy stuff.
A ballet No, I haven't. No, I'm not writing raps.
Tupac used to do ballet.
How long before Ingwe were you writing music?
Okay. So Ingwe came out 2021. I started my music journey in almost just before lockdown happened to actually get into studio. And at that time, there was this other rapper. I'm not gonna say the name.
Why? We are rapper. I'm rapper. Come on, pen.
Angazi noma seretayile noma usarapper. But loyal guy, it was the closest person I've known in rap because we grew up in the same hometown. And he was the only successful in Newcastle.
Is a rapper from Newcastle?
And he was the only successful rapper that I knew that was close.
In Joburg.
In Joburg, right?
In Newcastle.
Yeah, but now you're trying to Google.
He's gonna in the interview Google post editors will pop up and Google Newcastle.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he was like the only person at the time that I knew, who could help me out, try and figure this thing out. Ngampela, he did, and then when COVID hit, I remember we even both went home because we live in the same hometown. Like, this is a dude I've known. And he set up studio in Newcastle, and we just started always getting it in studio.
Why are we hiding this rapper? I thought you were going to tell us that this person stabbed you in the back.
Yeah. We had a big fallout. So that's why I'm I don't want to really mention his name.
Okay, we'll go back in history and look at the songs you collaborated with earlier.
Yeah, but no, there's no songs out there to be heard. All the songs we did together are scrapped. They're in the bin, But he helped me a lot in my development stage of just
as a rapper.
As a rapper.
So who were you looking up to when you decided to rap? What rappers were inspiring you?
So somebody reminded me that I used to be in a rap crew in high school.
You had forgotten.
I had forgotten. Okay, I have...
You forget everything.
I do.
She's just done so many things.
I'm just a girl.
You're just a girl.
I'm just a girl. No, but seriously, I do so many things.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a guy making porridge. And then pointing at his brain. Continue.
Oh, my gosh. Somebody stop this guy. No, I do forget a lot. I think it's because I really do so many things. But also, I have... Kinezinto zami nje, iy'ndlela zami zokuqhubeka nge-future, so kumele ngidedele my past. So I really forget a lot of things. But this guy, anyways...
That's good. That's a good, by the way, that's a good trait.
It's a good trait, but it's not good when people have to remind you of things that you used to do, and you're just like...
The only way you grow and actually completely become different things in life is by, I know we're digressing, but it is really by, I don't remember a lot of things. Luckily for me, I've got a friend that I always ask things. I always ask Smacks. Even when I was writing my book, I literally always, I literally have to call Smacks just to double check.
I swear.
Do you know what I mean?
That's me. That's my DNA.
I need to start forgetting shit. Maybe I'll be more successful.
You just a bitter nigga. That's your
problem. I need to control No, so he told me that we used to be in a rap group, but I remember that during those times, my favorite people were obviously YMCMB. I've always been a Nicki stan. I always used to think,
I can see
Nicki
that.
I used to think, Nicki is on Nkulunkulu's left, it's Nicki Minaj, for sure. And I remember I used to have the motto as my ringtone. No, the motto was Drake. So I've loved Drake.
He lost the beef.
Did he?
So sorry.
He did. The chat say he lost it though. The chat say he lost it though.
Be honest, he lost that beef.
Is it over?
It's over. It's been over. It was over before it started.
Look, if it still continues now, it actually just reflects badly on him.
But how do you also argue with a person who says it's oksalayo? Kendrick is the oksalayo guy.
Yes, okay.
Every time he says something, he's like, ay!
I feel like for me now, you're looking at the charts.
The charts are saying
there's just
Kendrick
no
won.
way you can say Drake won. You can say he rapped better or he put up a good fight,
But 4 out of 2, obviously. It wasn't fair game. Kendrick said 4
fair
songs.
game
He
in
lost
rap
at
beef.
one.
There's no fair game in rap beef. That man used AI for Tupac and Drake. I guess that was fair. But this conversation is not gonna end, guys.
Yeah, it will not.
You know how this
And yeah.
But at the end of the day, we can clear the rap beef for now and say Kendrick didn't win this one. But I mean, I think Drake has won the life thing.
what a lie.
You said Drake is what the life thing.
Like, Jay,
You know what? Let's continue.
and that's how I feel. You
Drake
know?
has
yeah,
won
yeah.
the war.
Like, the
Yeah.
life
will
war.
never
Yeah,
win.
he's
Drake
won
is
the
Drake,
going
the
down.
motto.
is one
You
of
had
the
the
As we
motto
speak.
on your, the motto on your.
Yeah, I had the motto as my first ringtone. I remember Lil Wayne came to SA. I was there.
Oh, you
in the
attended
car.
that.
Yes, I was still in high school, but I ran. I did something.
What? Did
You
Lil
jumped
Wayne-
the
did-
fence?
Did Lil Wayne send you DMs too?
Not Tucci.
you know, I'm just trying to say, you
I
know.
so wish.
You know,
I'm thinking about you, man.
I'm just trying to find out if maybe now you have that account, Lena by Patalela.
Maybe send
What did you do? Which one?
In their account.
No.
I don't know what to
I
talk
jumped the
about.
fence. I jumped the fence and came
You
to
jumped the
Joburg. I
fence.
told my mom it was something for
You
school.
province. Like you.
Province. And then
Nee.
me and my friends came to Joburg to watch Lil Wayne.
You said it was something
I
for
think,
school.
I think
And did
that's
she
worth
find
it.
out? Did she ever find out?
she's never found out.
And now
Hope she
you
watches
she's
this
about to find
podcast.
out.
Yeah, I'm not sorry, man.
You had a tie.
I had the time of my life. Like,
I mean,
that was
it's
amazing.
easy. I would have done the same.
Yeah. And remember when YMCMB was still
Yeah.
like, and Lil Wayne was
Yeah.
still at his peak, like at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Anyways, yeah. So that's my history, like before actually doing it. But then, if I had to be honest, getting into it was like 2020, like properly, like actually recording my first
crazy, man.
song in studio proper.
If you got it, you got it.
Damn right. I mean,
But I think it's a mixture of everything. It's a mixture of the fact that I can present. It's a mixture of the fact that I can act, and it's a mixture of the fact that I can pronunciate, enunciate, and I know how to express myself. You know, so everything that I know how to do came into play, and that's why people are like, "Dude, how come when I listen to you, like you sound like you've been doing this for a while?"
Yeah.
Does
but
feel
even
that
when
way.
you're presenting it, look like Cypher said, it looked like you've been doing it for a while.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Practice.
Even with your debut single, like you came in and you affirmed who you were, your heritage, you represent where you come from, who you are proudly. Why do you feel like it's so important to put that in your music all the time? Just this is I'm Anele, my surname, my clan names,
Yes.
to affirm who you are. Why is that so important to you?
Just to add to that, I heard you on the other show we do saying VUKA and then Washistagazelo. You know? You know, that, I'm just building to that, but yeah.
So I remember before I recorded the first song, I went to Guamaimai with some friends of mine, and we had the time of our lives because we were just singing. You know, everybody go, Mama, you singing, and it's just like a vibe. And I remember
I know,
saying, to
yeah, I
them,
thought you were in KZN for
yeah, we thought we were in KZN for real. We were like,
we
oh.
were bekumnandi because sathi how iprampante kanti
Silane Goli, guys. How gets me nice. Yeah, so it was really nice. It reminded me of home. Every time we get together, we sing. And my family is very like proud of being Abantu Zondo, you know, we're proud of our heritage. You know, my mom has tried to always instill and make sure that we know where we come from, you know. So when I went to Gamama, I remember when we were singing, I said to my friend, "Ish, Yasimgan, if we that sounds like this, like I just wanted a song that sounded like Gigwamaimai with a couple of other Zulu people, and we're having the time of our lives." So when we were making Ingwe, I remember I told the guy, I was like, "So this is the type of thing that I want." And then he was like, "Hey," and he's a trap lord. So he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna try to sample this thing that now you want me to, you know." And then Gampela, he samples it, and then it sounds crazy. And then I met Given, who had the guitar, sounded crazy. But it was important for me that my introduction was an introduction. And it was important for me, the sound and the feeling was important to me. That's what I knew like I knew exactly what I wanted in terms of the sound and the feeling. So the rest just worked itself out. Like, yeah, like it's just me. It's just who I am. Like everywhere I go, no matter even the shows I present, the music before it starts, I proclaim who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've spoken before on how, like, when it comes to knowing exactly what you want and trusting your intuition and following it, you've spoken once on how before Ingwe, somebody said to you they wanted you to drop something, an Amapiano thing, because Amapiano was popping, and then you just chose to go for that. I thought that was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, my management. I still have the same management. We're still grating each other's tits every single day.
Yeah.
About piano.
About music in general, about what I want to do versus what they believe is popping. Like even now I'm releasing.
That everyone must do piano.
Yeah, even now I'm releasing like my EP. My EP is there. Nobody supports it. Nobody. It's not a real thing for them because they're like, dude, why would you do this and like be subpar whereas you can be global with the piano sound.
I think everything is about besides and I want to say this, you know, for me I couldn't there's the other joint that we did that you're on, and obviously VUKA has been like almost what you've been leading with, but then when you linked it to your lineage or itagazelo zako, to be correct, it kind of was like, oh, you're not like saying VUKA, although you direct it like it's to us, but it's almost like you're calling your ancestors. You say VUKA, because when you actually whispered it like in studio. So that time I was like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing, you know? And for me, although like you say that like from Indlini, you know, it's always been proud, but when you leave Newcastle, come to Joburg, you're on your own here, right? I even feel like I'm on my own coming from East Rand. You know, how do you feel protected? What kind of protection or what energy does it give to constantly make that calling?
Yeah. So thina safundiswa ukuthi wherever you go endlini yakho kumele ukuthi ube nomsamo. And I my grandfather was a pastor, but he always practiced our Zulu traditions, and we've been taught how to do it. So definitely light candles, definitely have communication with abantu abangasekho, and I do believe ukuthi my greatest gift are my ancestors, and I believe the angels that lead me. So I know how to communicate. We've been taught how to communicate, and I know how to communicate. And whenever I need them, like I call on God first and foremost, and then I call on my ancestors, like whenever I need them.
So Newcastle, is there like a hip hop scene in Newcastle, or are there rappers in Newcastle?
Yeah, there's rappers in Newcastle.
So when you go back home, you find yourself in a cipher or something like that?
Not in a cipher.
I mean, you know,
it has to be a cipher of pretty bitches.
Not the cipher.
Y'all better do your nails if y'all want me to freestyle it.
Like, y'all also gotta have a budget for me to freestyle.
Oh shit! I know. I think Venom Raps and Venus Raps are from Newcastle.
Venus, yes.
Yeah, Venom Raps as well.
Venom Raps as well?
Yeah.
I didn't know Venom was from Newcastle, but they are rappers in Newcastle.
Yeah, Venus Rap says, she said the name, she was Venus, but then she was like, oh, there's Venom Raps, and he lives like a few streets away from her house.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
So
that's
like
crazy.
you and that other rapper.
I don't know why I saw this. I was like, I see where this is going.
So it's just
right
not you and that other rapper. There's more.
There's more, yeah. Like this
is gonna be very
basically. I was trying to find out if it's Venom Raps or Venus Raps or it's.
Great job, Samuel. But
I'm relieving myself from the previous episode.
Yeah, you're doing pretty well right now, Samuel. You're doing pretty well.
So, you know, when you do so many things, there are people who know you just for the TV stuff. There are people who know that you, as a rapper. And how do you, like from a PR perspective, how do you present yourself, you know?
Like when you're selling yourself?
Yeah.
I would say I present myself as a multi-hyphenate.
A multi what?
Multi-hyphenate.
A slashy, yeah.
Fundile lumutlo.
It means multi-talent, like a multi-talent. So where you need me, I'm there. Like, if you need me for acting, Gikhona. If you need me for, you know, you can check the resume. If you need me for presenting, check the res. If you need, you know, whatever you need me there for, it's opened up more opportunities. And I think that's the way I've been able to actually survive also in the industry. Because let's be honest, you know, if you don't have a great deal in music and you're independent, you're not making the money that you want to make.
Yeah.
So if I'm not making the money in music and they need something else here and I can do it, and weekly I have a gig here, it's
multiple streams of income.
yeah, it's advertised itself. I think every advertising and the biggest PR comes from the work that you do.
You don't struggle from getting boxed? Like, sometimes you just like, you know what, you want to present and people are just looking at you as a rapper. I've heard that some people, they're like, you know what, I'm trying to take this music thing seriously, but people just see me as the guy who presented whatever show. That you don't struggle with that?
No, I think it's been such a great advantage. I think it's been a competitive advantage because when I come into a spot, you know me from somewhere. Do you understand? For an example, if I'm booked, some people may be happy to see me because they've seen me on TV, and then then I'll perform, and then they'll be like, oh my gosh, she has a song.
Yeah, I also think it's also just the era that we're in. Like, if you're big, bruh. Like, you can pretty much do anything you want.
You know, for me, you also like a manifestation of the slash, because most of the time the slash is on social media, it's on the low. But I think from an exposure perspective or like visibility perspective, right? We've seen you on like one of the biggest channels, right? We hear you featuring with some of the biggest artists.
Yes.
I mean, A$AP Rocky is about to hire you too, you know, with your fashion. I mean, all I'm just saying is that like everything literally, she's
exclusive.
Like, yeah, it's exclusive. Listen, if you're not gonna give us exclusive, we're gonna make our own. A$AP Rocky gonna call it. We're just putting it out there. We're just putting it out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
Mouth to God's ears.
Listen, we put
Riri fancy.
Yeah.
Come on, Obega.
Oh, bigger.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think you are really truly the manifestation of that, where and acting also, you know. So the one thing though, there's one thing to listen to music and go, yo, you know, I fucks with Drake's, Lil Wayne, but there's another thing when you're writing and you're about to rap and you go, this is my style, right? I'm rapping like gang 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 prime, gang 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 rhyme, gang gang. But the thing that really stood out to me is that like a lot of times when girls rap and also some guys, it's not cohesive. You know what I mean? For me, you are. It's like you like I don't feel like I'm listening to a female rapper.
Oh, shut up.
I'm saying that, and I'm saying that it's like with
I thought you'd take offense to that.
No.
I'm taking offense to that.
Most of my listeners are, so I checked my stats. Most of my listeners are males. Isn't that crazy?
It makes sense because like I say, it's like, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a female rapper. I'm just saying that like the way you flow and the way you get on a beat, it's like there's a lot of guys who would struggle and drown. For me, that's why I was like, who are you listening to on a level of not just I'm listening for vibes, but like, geez, when this person writes, they write like this. Do you know what I mean?
Yo, there's such a big array of people that I listen to. Like, I think I love music. Like, if there's one thing I really love, it has to be music. I listen to a lot of people, and every time I listen, I think I don't listen with an ear of being a consumer. I always listen for technique. But currently, well, when I entered into the music scene, I was trying to make music. My biggest person, funny enough, was Doja Cat. Because I felt like she was singing and then she was rapping, but then the persona that she was, you know, portraying.
Doja's dope, yeah.
Yo, I was just like, what? This chick is actually really, really dope. But obviously, I do listen to the guys as well. But I think also something that is crazy is that, so when I do my work and I am doing a song or whatever, I work with a lot of people in studio who help me articulate and kind of train me into getting into how I want to do things, right? And their biggest thing is always they can't believe what I'm doing because they would have never done it like that. You know. And for me, it's just I have the right people around me who get me into that space where I can actually explore my creativity because I'm a super creative person. And I just think, you know, when you're super creative and all you need is just like the right people to say, okay, bring it here, and then like put it in a line like this. So for me, I've been blessed to have that. And I listen to a lot of music, man. But I mean, I think the people that I really idolize, like I said, Nicki, Doja.
And
Left
Nicki also,
Eye.
by the way, Nicki also, when she writes,
She's good.
She writes like, I mean, I remember the first time I heard Nicki, like, Caesar Dlome a long time. It was like, she's right. I said, nah, you got, her technique is like, you see, like, let me use an example. Megan Thee Stallion, right? Let's use, like, it's easier. Megan Thee Stallion, for me, raps like, like it's like so staccato. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like it's cohesive, and it starts becoming like it's the same flow.
Yes,
oh, are you a stallion?
I love Megan. I think Megan's talent.
Does Megan even have like what? Are you a stallion?
The
what
stallion. I think a stallion.
They're called stallions?
Is it a stallion?
Never seen
No,
this
not a
stallion.
stallion. But I'm just saying, I think Megan is
I think
great.
Megan is dope. I was listening to it today.
But I think out of the women who's like really, really dope, but a lot of people don't necessarily recognize it. I think she's kind of like being treated like Nicki when she came out because people are like, Cardi B.
Oh.
I think Cardi.
Even Cardi B
can rap.
staccato her raps sometimes, you know.
There's a Cardi B rap. I get you. There's
And
a Cardi
Megan
B
has
rap
also
style.
got
There's a
that kind
Megan rap style. There's people who have styles in rap, which can you know what to expect.
Yeah, so Cardi B and Megan, for me, once in a while, Cardi B tries to break because she's
But
aware
she'll
of it.
sing as well, Cardi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cardi will sing.
I think,
Cardi will.
but Nicki, for me, it's like, I think you can throw in any type of... So they rappers where I feel like there's a certain beat that they must be on for them to become... And that's male and female, by the way. But I think Nicki is one of the few girls where I've heard her in different types of beats, but she's able to be fluid on the beat. And that's what I hear from you in like the multiple... That's why you've done a piano track also, you know, which is rare. You know, it's just a rare skill. The other girl that really kind of was able to do that, but from one flow, I think Rouge probably also was at that. Zulu Mecca, you know, there's not a, and those girls are like, they rappers, or they rap is really their core. It's almost like you like diverse. You the one that literally has to be the wackest. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when she's an actor, she's on TV, it's like she wouldn't work on the craft. Generally, that would be the expectations. And that would really like kind of like literally made me go, okay, shit, she's on some shit. You know what I mean?
So you had a song, let's talk about Thick Slim with Nadia. How did that come about?
Thick Slim came about... when was Thick Slim released? 2022. And Nadia and I have always seen each other at gigs, and we just like vibing and all of that. She's a baddie, I'm a baddie. You know, we always just understood each other's energy, but we never ever thought about doing anything musically. So this one year, she does a gig for me. It was my birthday. I do a gig for her on her birthday. And then on one of those gigs, we're like, dude, we should do a song together. But you know when you're out, we say a lot of things.
That's what people always say.
We should work. See each other tomorrow. And we never see each other. Like, that's not true. But then I messaged her a few days later, and I was like, dude, I was actually serious. Hey, we should actually do something together. She's like, actually, I have something. But she's like, but her people are not feeling it also. Her label people. But I was like, let me listen. Hey, she sent it to me. Hey! I was like, I made everybody listen. Everybody stop. Here's my earphones. Listen to this. And she sounded crazy to me because her flows were crazy. Yeah. I was like, I never heard Nadia sound like this. Like, oh my gosh, she's gliding. Like, I was even thinking, umjoli uyamthanda ne? I was thinking mhlawumbe AKA busy lapha. Baya studio baya Clyde lapha yana nje. Hey. I said yo.
Well, we know what they did in studio. We listened to the AKA album.
You know what I mean? But that's exactly what I thought. That's exactly what I thought they were doing in studio.
Just
That's how
saying.
she was signing solo. I was like,
She was gliding. Get the
She was
gliding. Are we riding or gliding?
Are we riding or gliding? What are we doing? I was like, I like
Thank you, Mas Country.
I was like, la uhlezi phezu kwelap kaDzeri. Ene uyangwala, ngwana uwangwala mo. I was like, yeah, no, this is hard. And then I was like, okay, I have to do something hard as well. And that's how it actually came about. And we ended up going 50-50 on the song. Because I was like, dude, I'm 100% in. She's like, she's 100% in. Let's figure it out together. And we had such a great working synergy. Because she's also a hard worker.
She's a hard worker. The rollout was beautiful.
She's a hard worker, I'm a hard worker. And then we respected that about each other. And she's like, dude, I'm so happy that I get to do this with you because you get it. And that's how she felt like, she's like, she feels like she can't do it with other females because she feels like they don't know.
I'm a big fan of Nadia, just her work ethic for me. I'm a big fan of it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You know?
For sure, but we did that. We actually shot the video a few months later, actually. We shot the Thick Slim video. And it never got out.
Why?
So when we shot it in Jan, and then the unfortunate passing of Keenan happened. Yeah, and then we had to put it on ice because there were scenes that actually had guns.
Damn.
In the music video.
Yeah, that wouldn't have resonated.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
And she was like, no, babe, you can drop it, but I can't promote it. Hey, and then I had to think about this thing. I was like, yo, I'm going to drop it. And then she's not going to feel okay about it. And then I'm also not going to feel okay. So even though it was we spent a lot of money on it. We spent a lot of money in it. It was a high budget video.
What a loss.
Yeah, I chose to just
I think you made the right decision, to be quite honest with you. It would have caused like a lot of unnecessary drama. They'll be like, you see, Nadia's not promoting the video. Even that in itself.
Can't you edit the gun scenes unless like the storyline is following the guns and all that?
So the storyline was us being arch nemesis. And we were trying to hunt each other down.
Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yes, yes.
Mrs. and Mrs.
Mrs.
Smith.
and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah.
And then it was...
Miss Forbes and Miss Zondo, basically.
Do you understand? Mrs. Forbes and Mrs. Zondo. And then predominantly it was that. There was nothing in there that we could have... Even Musli was in the video. She was like... It's such a dope video.
She's also a style icon.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So who's your style icon?
Our girls are incredible.
Who do you look up to?
Just as a side
you look up to yourself. I love that.
I'm my own style icon. Like, I do look up to myself. Like, I always think about my previous outfit and like, how can I step it up from that? How can I do better from that?
Yo, I just want to say that although we've been talking about rap and blah 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 blah, but like, yo, shout out to the South African girls though. Yo, so diverse. Like, you know, like they excellent. Like somehow, some way, in one way or the other. You know, I mean, just mentioning her as Musli, I was like, yo, man, she's like crazy on the style. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa, it's so crazy.
It is. It's quite crazy. And to think, most of us are self-sufficient is quite mad. Most of us style ourselves. Most of us source things ourselves. Like, it's not like America, where you like have budgets. And then there's a stylist who's gonna come in, you know. Most of us find these things ourselves. And I shout out, man, everybody's doing the most with what they have. Even to think that we can have such global music. And people don't have writers like they do overseas. And they don't have teams like they do. You know, South Africa is doing something...
You know, like Drake. With the writers.
Can you leave Daddy out of this?
I'm just saying.
Do not leave him out of this. That is an important point. That is an important point.
Yeah, but like, we have so many people who are actually like like really stepping forward with minimal resources.
Yeah.
And I think nobody should take that for granted. Like the South African entertainment industry is really a self-made industry.
100%.
And
It's not supported efficiently.
yeah, it's self-made. People are only now coming in. The Americans who can see Uguti and other people, labels are now active all of a sudden. The labels were quiet for such a long time, not signing, not doing anything.
Are you still you're independent, right?
I'm still independent.
Why independent? Are you against labels completely?
Independence, awusayifuni or?
Angifuni independence, bandla.
It's time now.
I mean,
It's time, no ways.
So you're shopping around?
I am. I'm shopping around.
Labels, if you're watching this.
I'm shopping around for better options. It's a lot. It's a lot. I have to have my hand in every single thing. I'm not running away from the hard work.
Yeah.
And I'm not shying away from it. It's something that I've always known how to do. But I'd also like to have structures that are there.
Yeah, it's important.
To support. And I think my artistry could go way further. I mean, it's not like it's nice to be dope and there's a few people who know about you.
Yeah.
But it's also nice to be dope and the world knows about you.
Yeah.
You know, and to have those structures that provide that.
Yeah, definitely. I want to talk about VUKA now, right? So that's your first project ever. Why now?
Okay, so it's not my first project. My first project was YTYKM, and it got taken off streaming platforms.
This is the Newcastle story. We're getting there. Come on.
No,
We're getting closer.
We're getting closer, you know?
it's not the Newcastle story. But they took it off streaming platforms because Ingwe and Thick Slim were there, but I had chosen a different distributor to distribute my EP. So then the previous distributor had a problem with the fact that Thick Slim and Ingwe were there. They disputed the EP and they took it down.
Damn.
So that was my first EP. VUKA is njengoba eseshilo uSlikour ukuthi it's an awakening. It's an awakening of self. It's an awakening of I'm awakening other people, but mostly self, to say, Sissy, you're in the right place. Because I feel like I felt that where I am right now, that the way I can express myself the best is through music. I haven't been able to. I'm such a private person, and my image, I've known how to keep my image in one way. Like, I want people to respect me for work. I don't want people to know who I'm dating. I don't want people to know, everybody who I've told, hey, na kuphela sengi meaty flavor.
Meaty flavor.
Na kuphela sengi.
That's what we say, no?
Na kuphela sengahambe ngedwa. Bathi Anele, kukanjani? Utshala nobani? Like, nobody knows like much about me. I'm a super private person. So this was my way to actually express how I feel, my way to connect with my people, and my way to actually put myself out there. You know. So
Musically.
Also personally, because I do get personal in my songs.
Yeah. Just the verse that I heard, like there, I was like, ooh, damn. You said a lot.
I did, and
what does it take? Unfortunately, I cannot, like, you see, it's gonna be tough because I heard the verse. But what does it take to literally be that vulnerable and actually say, because this is happening right now. So you wrote something about your pregnancy and the journey of it, and but it was as if you thought about it like 2 years later and you're reflecting, but it was happening right now. And the verse is actually like, it stings, you know? What did it take just to kind of be vulnerable like that? You know what I mean?
I had to break down my walls I had to break down all of my walls, and I'm actually quite scared of being vulnerable, if I had to be honest, just as a human. I don't like people seeing me vulnerable. I don't like people seeing me like nkareke weak. You know, cause they are weak, I am strong. You know?
But that verse, I don't think you were vulnerable.
Vulnerability is not weak.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I
don't
thought
think
it-
you were vulnerable in a weak way. It was like, it was vulnerable in a, but I'm not disempowered way.
Yes, but I'm just saying it in a sense
Oh,
of...
people need to go, you see, people need to listen
I'm saying it in
to
a
know
sense
what we're
of
talking about.
opening up. Maybe vulnerability opening up, you can take it as, I don't know,
Yeah,
kanjani,
yeah.
but mina, vele nje ngine personality yomuntu oqinile.
Yeah, that's pretty much a bit of Zulu, right?
Like,
That could be like a Zulu personality. Right?
yeah, it's like giving very,
it's giving very shaka, right?
it's giving, yeah, it's giving
You're
very,
very shocker, huh?
it's giving very uyimbokodo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course,
yeah,
of course,
I
of course.
had to kind
Does
of
the
break...
Zulu get vulnerable? Have you seen a taxi
Never.
driver
Aye.
crying?
Ay, asibasana. Siyabafuna.
Siyabafuna. It's not a joke.
Yeah, so getting vulnerable was quite hectic for me. I had to break. I had to break. What's wrong?
I don't know what to say.
No. I was just saying this interview.
Now they have great chemistry.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
So you guys got bad chemistry. Okay, go for it.
guys, so yeah, getting vulnerable like had to be like it was like something I also wanted to explore, and like I said, something that I wanted to do. So I had to break down, and I had to cry, and I had to now do things that I wasn't doing in the past with the time that I have to myself, which is every day I diarize my feelings and my emotions. You know, every day I write down, you know, what's happened with my day, like how I'm feeling and whatnot. And that has helped me like get to that place faster as opposed to reflecting later and saying, you know, let me do this later after I've gone through this. I'm actually going through this and I want you guys to know. So listen to the EP, man. There's tracks there that are really I'm pouring my heart out.
So who are you working with? Maybe not features, producers?
Producers predominantly Jills. He produced Ingwe, which was my first track. And then we teamed up again for this one. So 80% of it is Jills. And then we've got Gobi in there. And then we've got
Gobi Beast, huh?
Gobi Beast.
East Rand nigga.
Yes, yes. And then we've got Hope Master Beats.
Oh.
He's
Val
on
nigger.
the... he's on the...
Hope's sister wrote my book, by the way.
Oh, really?
Helen, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we've got Hope there. And then we've
It's
got...
a family of culture.
Yeah, then we've got
Yeah.
Alize and Michael Toy on another track.
Oh, the white dude.
Yeah. And that's the people that I worked with to produce this. Yeah.
How did the Maglera collaboration come about? But before that, I know Itching has been in the vault for a while because it was out in September, and then you dropped the teaser in September,
Yeah, I
right?
did.
And then it came out again now. So
No.
how long has it been in the vault?
Yeah. We actually recorded the Maglera's verse last year. It's just been chilling.
Really?
Yeah, it's just been
Waiting
chilling.
for the right time?
No, not for the right time. So when I released it, when we made it last year, it was supposed to be released, but I had just released the piano track.
Yeah.
So my people said, nah.
Okay.
Although,
So, working with a guy like Maglera, like a guy who's just known for killing features, you know,
scary.
as a rapper, yeah, do you have those kinds of feelings?
Yes.
You had,
But I'm a fiend of a good song.
yeah.
I love a good song, and I love a conversational song. I don't want a song where people are just like, okay, it was good. I want people to say, hey, uyibulele, Maglera uyibulele, or okay, somebody, you know.
Yeah.
So I will put myself on the line and say, Yazin, even working with, you know, he's the what do you call it, Tumuntu, when it's his time right now.
He's a feature god right now. It's
He's like
prime time for him right now.
I feel like it's Maglera prime time right now.
Yes, Maglera prime time.
So.
And everybody else, we are suffering over open time. But
Yeah.
continue.
So I think Uguti, it was quite scary.
Sorry, they don't know what open time is. Yeah, I don't know what open time. Sorry. Let I do this for you. Sorry, let's continue.
Birth certificates. It's this joke.
Hey, bruh.
A underground gang. Yeah, so Nje.
So you worked with Maglera in the studio?
Worked with Maglera in the studio. He laced something on mine. I laced something on his. He's got a fire tape coming, by the way.
Yeah.
If I'm spilling the beans, I don't know.
No, it's out. Maglera tapes. No, he announced it.
Oh, he announced it?
Yeah, he announced it.
I'm so excited because I'm on the tape and it sounds crazy.
That's dope.
Oh, was I supposed to say that? But anyways, I've listened to some of the songs and they're really, really sounding dope. So I'm excited. Like he's a dope bro.
He's like,
He's
even
like
in
a
person,
Yeah.
Maglera is just, hey, man.
Iriz.
Look, I can't say that.
No, but like
No,
Iriz.
he's just a
I mean,
minute.
No, come on, he's got the riz.
nah, but he's the kind of guy I wouldn't leave with my girlfriend.
I wouldn't leave my girlfriend with.
Yeah.
Or my boyfriend. Wait.
Okay.
No, no.
What else?
No. I'm just saying.
This cryptic interview.
I'm just saying.
Because obviously there's another image of
My
Maglera
boyfriend would be
that's just come
insecure. My
Nah,
boyfriend would be
MDB is that guy,
insecure.
bro. Like, I've been around women. First of all, it's just like the voice. They're like, that voice.
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah,
also
yeah.
just when that man speaks, bro. Like I've had a conversation with Maglera. I'm like, you're a really, really cool guy.
hard.
Like, did you what?
I'm trying to understand.
Is that how, are we really
Are we
doing
here
this
right
tonight?
now?
Like,
Are you the person who also should be staying away, Maglera? Staying away.
oh nigga, what? No.
You said you had a conversation about it. Carry on with it.
Guys, I listen to Maglera and Around Women, and they're always just like, Maglera.
He's very Mr. Steal Your Girl energy.
100%,
Like
bro.
100%. Like
Yeah.
I would not leave my hand or my bro
With
or
With that
Maglera.
nigga.
Maglera. Not my bro because I feel like my bro would be like, so you went to studio with this guy.
That guy must just send the vocals. You recorded his studio and send the vocals.
You know what I mean? You are not going there. I'm saying no, yeah, so yeah.
It's cool people.
No, he's cool people. He's amazing people. And he's just like everybody. He's just like an everybody person. Which is.
He's accessible and he's super intelligent.
Yeah.
And he's super with work.
Yeah, he's super intelligent,
with him.
accessible, and his knowledge, his cultural knowledge is also impeccable. It's one in a few. He's literally a GQ guy.
Yeah.
But he's not empty.
Yeah.
He's not a dumb GQ guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't saying GQ guys are dumb.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
You said it, nigga.
I'm just saying, I mean, normally they say this guy, girls be like, oh, he fly, but he dumb. It's not like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm just saying. That's what y'all say.
So with the acting, you still in that, or?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I actually got a request, I think last week, for a role, and then my agent's like, "But you're pregnant." She's like, "But you're pregnant," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna wear something baggy. They'll never know.
They'll never know.
They'll never know. I mean, I'm gonna have the secret like."
I've never seen you act, but now you see, it's almost like with the person, you want to kind of like go deep in the rabbit hole. I actually would love to see you on TV as an actor also.
Really?
And see your quadruple threat.
Go to Showmax. Showmax, the river
The river's
has,
still there.
The river still has
Which episodes
from the beginning. Check
episode?
Showmax.
Watch the whole
episode
thing,
2.
nigga. till
Damn,
you
the
get to
whole
that.
thing,
No,
nigga.
the first episode,
Masangam
episode 2 and
Sebenzi.
3.
Okay.
Showmax, The River Season 1, Episode 2 and 3.
Okay.
I'm there.
Okay, that's close.
Hi.
I think one thing in closing that I really want to ask, since we are here, we normally like play around with these questions, right?
Okay.
The question was gonna be
Drake or Kendrick?
Drake!
I think that's
I'm
answered.
disappointed in that answer, Nay. Okay.
Drake.
Just know
okay,
that.
I'm okay.
Dope
Just know
rapper.
that.
Deep down inside me, I'm right. I'm okay. Drake won the life thing.
Wonder what?
Life thing.
Sia,
See,
ask
you
your
were
question.
If you had to have a baby, what would you call it?
You know, I knew there was something that was gonna come from this question that was
Let's
not
hear it.
gonna
Let's
go
hear
well.
it. Let's hear it.
I have been playing around. Okay, so I already know that my first name, which you guys are gonna hear.
Yeah,
It's actually even in the remix. I planted it in there, but when you know, you'll know. Then you'll be like, this girl's crazy. But
So why don't you plant it now?
no, I'm not gonna say the first name. Listen to the music, you'll hear the first name. But I've been playing around with because I feel like, Baby Nay likes music because we listen to music together all the time. So I've been playing around with some musical names. Maybe you guys can help me.
Musical names like
I've been thinking
Parisa, Michael Jackson. that really gives us nothing.
You really want to make baby daddy angry and say Maglera?
That gives us nothing, bro.
They're like, I will make baby. We won't call him Maglera. Uzungkwatisi ngizombiza Doe Boy again. Ungkwatisi Maglera Doe Boy.
Nay the boy.
So I've been thinking
that's a hard
symphony.
one.
Terrible.
Symphony. Oh.
How about, but that sounds like it's a
Not
domestic
harmony.
Ooh.
That's
I
good.
feel like it's also been done. How do you guys
I
think?
like symphony
Remix if
more.
the father's Zimbabwean. Dope remix. No, guys, Zimbabwean names. Did you guys know the Zimbabwean names?
I don't know.
Guys,
No,
I don't think you guys get it. Come on, bruh.
I'm a previous.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Or call him,
Guys,
or call him Radio Killer. Radio Killer. And then you know he's gonna make hits only. Let's go to orchestration.
Okay.
Orchestra.
Orchestra.
Orchestra. Or
so guys,
violin.
ngicela ukubuza ke, when you give your child
No,
a
I
name,
need more to
Aggressive, it's Zulu. You said it Zulu.
and Sia, this question is also for you. Like when you
Violin.
give your child a name,
Violin Davis.
do you ever worry about, people mispronouncing it or people making fun of your child?
Yes.
Is that a thing you think about when you're naming a child?
Yes.
You too,
Already
Sia,
the
do you?
first name, my mom is like, ish,
That's gonna be the
I'm
case.
scared.
Is it long?
No, it's four letters. And my mom is like, but open for pronunciation.
Mispronunciation.
It's open for what do you call this English?
Is likhona legama leli lama pen?
Interpretation.
Interpretation.
Was it Pipi?
What?
What?
I think this interview is done.
Why would I call my child that?
I'm just saying. I'm thinking of that's the first
Okay,
four
fine,
letter
let me tell
word.
you guys
Yes.
what my child's name is.
Yes.
My child's name is gonna be Moya,
Oh.
That is
which
so
is one of the strongest elements.
Moya.
I think beka mameli
Which is like one of the
umkukufanshini,
strong-
yabona.
Carry on.
Beautiful.
So that's such a squatter camp name.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yazi njengane yakho. Yazi njengane yakho.
Oh, May, what did you do? May, what did you do?
By the way, this song I know it verbatim. Please don't make this song.
Let's go. You know it's verbatim. Let's go.
Let's go.
Today's been a
This
rough
one's
guys.
Moya. This one's Moya. Man, when I'm at meetings with me.
No, yeah, wanna just.
Umoya.
Okay. Headphone music.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh my gosh, how did this swing past me?
Okay. Okay.
Kote kota yenga koti kahleni umlomo ungavuki nje bovu umqhamuzo bona umdadavu lubhale ndoda phumelele kwazi umdoda 24/7 siyachitha sithathele rap sibuyisele emuva ebantwini nabantwana emabheshini.
You had to break the name here. You had to break the name here.
But my mom was very stressed about that. She's like, no, what if they say, I win, Moya and Jan Jan? Then I was like, okay. So we're going to put a little copy.
Okay.
More copy ellipsis. What? Actually, ellipsis.
On
ellipsis
where? On the O or the A?
On the A.
It's
What is it?
Accent.
Yeah.
Accent, yeah.
So we're gonna put an
All of
accent
us are
on
like, asipasanga leo pati English.
that one is higher grade.
So what does the accent help with? I mean, there's only
So
one
it's
way
like
you can
Moya, it's
pronounce
Moya.
Moya.
But I think
How can people mispronounce Moya?
Moya, but then I don't want it to be Moya, but I want it to be like classy. It's like Moya. Understand?
Like Afrikaans, you're so mooi.
Yeah, Moya.
You're so mooi, yeah.
Moya.
Moya.
But then at the same time, I want to add on it, ngithi Moya wami or Moyo muhle. Because then it becomes more of a...
So before we close, except for Squatter Camp, what are you listening to right now?
In your subconscious.
Let's conclude it first.
Yeah.
So it's
Like-
Moya, symphony,
Or Moya violin.
surname.
Moya
Symphony.
Zondo.
Love it. That's nice.
That's beautiful.
MSZ. That sounds nice.
It's nice.
So, okay, yeah,
Symphony.
let's hear it. What are you listening to right now? What are you bumping?
Right now,
So I'm sorry, is Moya a boy name or a girl name?
I guess you're gonna have to find out. I feel like it's unisex though.
We ain't gonna be there at the hospital with you pulling the baby.
But you'll find out.
That's why we're asking you now. Angeke serious lapha and go maternal.
No, angeke phela nginitshele yonke into. Okunye phela
Ubonile
Ask
bokumnandi
this
kanjani
question.
mawusinika igama. It just became nice. Cabanga manje masositshela isex kuzoba nice.
kuzoba nice.
Nice. Everything is for the price. La 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 la.
I am listening to some of the new guys in the rap game. Smimani.
Oh,
Smimani, I
Smimani's
really like
crazy.
him. I really like.
Smimani comes,
Uthuli
Smimani.
Diamani naye ngiyamthanda. I'm listening to Zomadiga.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
that's
new
nice.
album.
Yeah.
You like the new album?
I do.
It's
I
nice.
have two of my faves.
I wanted to send them a text.
One of
That's
my
actually
faves
nice.
is Phansi
Nomthandazo, ne?
and Nomthandazo, yeah, Phansi and Nomthandazo. And then Whitney Houston, currently listening to Whitney Houston like
What
crazy.
song, what Whitney Houston song are you listening to?
Which one?
What's up there?
Saving All My Love For You and Greatest Love of All.
Saving all my life.
And I'm saving all my love for you.
My favorite Whitney Houston is that My Love Is Your Love album. I think that shit is crazy.
That was around the Bobby Brown time.
And then I'm listening to piano as well. And then Doja Cat, she just released this year's
That-
Scarlet
yeah.
2 Deluxe.
Dope
I
album.
was
Dope
Scarlet
album.
2 Claude. I was listening to Java as well. Really enjoyed
Oh, the
Java's
deluxe.
tape. Yeah, the
The
deluxe.
deluxe.
Tyler, love Tyler.
Oh,
Yeah.
dope album also. Ooh.
Cardi released 2 singles this year, so definitely I want
And she's not dropping an album, she said that.
because she said everybody's focusing on the Drake and thingy beef. She's being smart. Because
Yeah,
how will she get
Cardi's
on the
been
chart?
Because
pushing
Big
back.
Sean tried that and just didn't.
Oh, Big
Yeah.
Sean.
Big Sean was just
Yeah.
dropping music, guys.
Big Sean wasn't sure
But
this was
exactly,
gonna
we
be a
don't even know
thing.
he dropped music because he dropped it at this time.
He just wasn't sure.
Apparently also dropped some audiobook or something.
Well, Big Sean. Shame. Still Sean.
Medium Sean.
Not too sure need.
I have a friend who calls him Medium Sean. Niggas are horrible out there, bro.
Uchenaka, umboniseka.
Yeah, Ira Star. Love Ira Star.
Yeah.
Oh, from Nigeria.
Yeah, but
She's dope. She's
I
dope.
still listen to your Undisputed Big Nas tapes.
Are you listening?
Ah, Big Nas, bro.
Are you listening to the one where I'm featured? Oh yeah, I'm featured here. Track number 3.
Sekitchim.
Yeah.
Zimnandi, Yapisa.
Yeah.
Is that you?
That's me.
Why did I not go to feature this shit?
I didn't realize that.
What?
No,
This
no,
is
no.
my favorite
But I
tape of all
think
time.
this album was released maybe before streaming was popping, so maybe it was like a re-upload. Maybe they just did it in a rush. But like, yeah, that was me when he was. The homies were my friends when they here in Joburg. You
Big
know,
Nas.
before they Big Nas, before they even made up with Dita.
So when they're
you
doing
know,
hip hop, basically.
Yeah, I knew their manager who literally was also like involved in the taxi industry and got shot. And they moved and Dita really changed their lives. And we connected. There was a relationship there, you know.
Because there used to be a rap group, and Tira was like, this thing is not gonna work. Or when you guys are
Angeke
beat of
kichume,
that
le.
Devon
who's
White
singing
stuff.
Quite or something.
And apparently the
Somebody-
guys didn't like that shit, but they did it, yeah, because they're like, been doing this shit
So
for
does
a
that mean I have to do
while.
the piano shit like my manager said?
And
No, we're following the intuition, remember?
Intuition.
Yep.
Don't be saying things like this after I spoke about following my intuition.
I really don't think there's anything wrong with doing piano. Personally, I think
I
as long as it makes sense to you.
If you can
but I
carry
just
it
don't like
across
this
the
whole thing
board.
where people are like,
Yes.
so and so must jump on piano. No, if a person feels like doing it,
Do
I have
it.
no issues with it. Like I like what Caesar Alakine was
Do
doing.
it where you're gonna shine. Don't do it just because everybody. Just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
just do it where you're gonna shine.
I believe do whatever the hell you want to do.
100%.
I think the people who are scared to get into piano, especially people who are in hip hop, are not doing so because they've benefited so much from hip hop. And the people who, in my eyes, the people who don't want to cross over and do I'm a pianist because they're going to look like sellouts. And they don't want to look like sellouts. And the only people who can do that is people who've benefited. A lot of people who are doing piano right now were once hip hop people.
A lot of them.
A lot of them. They used to rap.
Youngstana,
Yeah.
Satrill.
Yes.
Listen though, also, you know what we're
Hip-hop
missing?
niggas.
Besides selling out, do you have the talent to actually like get out of a dum-dumch? You know, that's another thing. Some people are literally, they think they're musicians, but they can only work around an 808, and other people can only work around like a log drum from a talent perspective. So
that's real.
If piano DJs can be putting hip hop on a piano beats, whereas it's not someone who went into studio and recorded it and they're playing it like
Oh, those
that.
mashups.
It's
Yeah, I'm a mashup.
but it's confidence. Someone can mash you up. Mara, when you in studio, you an artist, you get in studio and sometimes ushaye kwababa because it's something you're not used to. So it's also a confidence thing, and that confidence thing challenges the output of the talent. You know what I mean? So let me reiterate. It's not a talent thing. Sometimes you're just scared and you don't know Guti. Like, how much must I do? You know what I mean? And I feel that Caesar Alkaline is one of those guys who I think was just bold.
Alkaline.
Yes. What is it?
Alkaline.
I suga now a reason. I am a no reason. Bengimbiza Caesar
Don't get
Alkaline.
it
twisted.
Who reason give me? Who reason give me? Come on. But even who reason? Who reason Alakain? Then I think he was bold. He's a highly talented rapper, but he was bold and he said, I'm going to do it this way. And everybody said, we're not sure, but he kept on. And that's why I'm just saying, some people is just being bold enough to do it,
And-
you know?
and this
For
is
the
the-
right reasons also, not because I want to make money.
100%.
And this is the one thing that I've accepted about myself also this year. That's that. Well, not even this year, just in my journey as a whole. I've accepted that I am a failure.
Failure?
Yes.
Elaborate.
I
Besides,
am-
the interview, not so
am-
bad deeper, man.
I am unafraid of failing.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know that jumping through those hoops will get me to the next
It's
level.
important to take L's, man.
Yes, it's
Also
so
builds
A lot
character.
of people are scared to do things when they get into studio because of, like you're saying, the lines and the borders, and I don't want to cross this. All I can do is an 808. Yeah. All I can do is this. I don't want to do that. I'm not comfortable with that. I've been in studios with people who say that all the time. Guys, me, I'm a rapper. Please don't put me on a piano. Don't play anything where I need to sing. But when you actually want to explore the craft, you have to be willing to fail. If you actually want to be good at anything, be open to failing.
100%.
And be able to pick yourself up because that's where you learn and you keep it going and you will get better with the more times you do it. So that's why I'm like, I am a failure because I'm okay with failing. Not a failure in life. I'm okay with failing so that I can find out what's more, what's next, what's bigger, what's better.
My son always has a response to everything, and I literally said that to him the other day, like 2 days ago. I don't know what we were talking about, and I said, well, you know, we're talking about stupidity. I said, for you to be smart, you have to be stupid. You know, for you to know, you need to not know. So literally, I was just saying that all the time, to be better, you must empty yourself. There's nothing literally that becomes better that's always filled. Like if the bottle is always filled, it's always gonna spill. So every day I say, so empty yourself every day. So yes, you're stupid now, but you're gonna be. Oh, we were talking about embarrassment, because you know saying she's trying to protect her sister from embarrassment. I said, let her be a fool and let her be embarrassed, so it can build a character. So in order for your character to build, you have to. And he always answers back. I said that to him, and he went, I said, you shutting up now? I said, yeah. You know?
Which means he hears you.
Now
He
you're
hears
learning the
me,
lesson.
you know, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it. And
yeah.
I say, you know what, also embarrass yourself for yourself to be great. You know, humiliate yourself for your character to grow. Step on the things that you said that I'm never going to be that. And then you become that for you to literally like learn that actually I'll never become that because now I know.
I think Drake is gonna grow from this piece.
100%. 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Well, listen, man, it's been great having you on What a Life, you know, Anele Zondo. And
Yo.
Right, we out, guys. We out.
Nay the Bay.
Nay the Bay, baby. Mwah.
Shout out to Nay, shout out to Moya.
I never know which camera to
Shout out
look
Nay,
at.
shout out to the Bay.
You know?
This now.
Broadcast live